By the end of 1915, the Central Powers were facing a strategic puzzle. German and Austro-Hungarian forces had successfully pushed back the Russian army over the summer, and with Bulgaria's help, they crushed Serbia in the fall. However, the long-term outlook remained bleak as the Entente had more resources and manpower. A decision had to be made. If the Germans attacked, the French trench systems might hold them off as effectively as they had in 1915. If they delayed, the Entente's numerical superiority would grow. Erich von Falkenhayn, chief of the German General Staff, sought to break this deadlock by launching the Battle of Verdun in February 1916. This battle would become one of the most prolonged and iconic of the First World War, but ultimately Germany would fail. The German High Command debated their strategy. Advancing in Russia risked another retreat and continued fighting, and the Salonika front was deemed secondary. The Western Front, particularly Verdun, became the focal point. Verdun was heavily fortified and a critical sector of the French line. Falkenhayn's battle plan has been subject to historical debate. Initially, many believed his goal was to inflict unsustainable losses on France, a strategy to bleed the French white. However, modern historians argue that the plan was to seize the Meuse Heights and possibly Verdun itself quickly. When the initial plan faltered, Falkenhayn allegedly switched to a war of attrition and later obscured his original intention. The German attack on Verdun began on February 21, 1916, with heavy artillery fire. Initially, they made cautious advances using early stormtrooper tactics. Colonel Emile Driant's battalion delayed the Germans, but Verdun's defenses quickly became untenable. The French High Command, under General Henri Philippe Pétain, rushed reinforcements to hold the line. Despite significant initial gains, the Germans were soon bogged down in brutal trench warfare. Throughout the battle, both sides suffered immense casualties and horrendous conditions. The French used innovative tactics and logistical strategies, including the Noria rotation system and extensive use of motor vehicles for supply. German forces, however, often remained in the front lines until they were exhausted, leading to severe morale issues. The Battle of Verdun saw shifts in command and strategy, with the French eventually mounting a successful counteroffensive in October 1916. This regained much of the lost territory, though at a tremendous cost. By December, the Germans had ceased their offensive operations, marking a strategic defeat despite their early successes. Verdun became a symbol of national resistance for France and represented the horrors of trench warfare. It left a lasting legacy, both as a testament to the soldiers' suffering and as a significant historical site of reconciliation between France and Germany. The battle exemplified the brutal and often futile nature of World War I, with massive casualties and little strategic gain for the Central Powers.